Hi guys, I hope you all are doing good. Today I wanted to talk about something, and uh, this video is going to be in English, and I'm really sorry. I really want this to be heard not just by Malayalis. I want this to be heard by a lot of other people, especially Canadians, and I think it is very important. I'm doing this video because I'm feeling bad, and I feel sad, and a lot of this video might feel like a ranting to you guys because that's what I'm going to do here. I want to rant. Um, I came to Canada in 2018, and now I'm a Canadian citizen. When I came to Canada, I felt that this country was very welcoming to newcomers. It is very multicultural, and it really accepts people who come from outside. And there was no racism, and I really loved being here, and I still love being here. But there are certain things that I'm seeing right now which is making me really sad and upset as a Canadian. There are so many new students and temporary workers in Canada, and a lot of immigration laws have changed, and they are really struggling. And what adds salt to the wound is the racism that they are experiencing on top of that. What Canadians need to understand that is these immigrants, international students, temporary workers, they came to Canada legally. They came because there was a gateway that was open to them to come to this country, to migrate to this country. It is not their fault that the government did not do any future forecast. They did not see that there's not enough housing. They didn't really see where the country's economy was going. They just brought in a lot of people to avoid recession. And now the economy is like this. And there's a lot of issues like inflation, there's no jobs. And I understand that. And it's very frustrating. And as a single Canadian, I understand the frustration that, oh, yeah, these people are coming in. What what am I getting from it, right? And it's totally understandable, and I'm not like blaming Canadians for feeling the certain way, but I feel like you guys are taking it on the wrong people. You should be like blaming the government for this, for not really forecasting, not really understanding that how many people are coming in and what is the demand for those people. You guys are not blaming the businesses who are taking advantage of these immigrants, exploiting them, taking money from them, offering them job just so that they can come into this country and live a life here. You are taking up on those people instead of the businesses who are exploiting them. That's not fair. There are so many videos now saying that, oh, they took all the jobs, like Tim Hortons is only hiring Indians. Yeah, I understand Tim Hortons is only hiring Indians. That's because they have taking money from these Indians to give them that job. And you would think that it's not a lot of money, but it is a lot of money. That is the truth of it. You should ask students and temporary residents how much they are paying for LMIA jobs and stuff like that. So if your own businesses, the businesses here in Canada, are not giving employment to Canadians and choosing Indians and other immigrants over Canadians, is it that the fault of the immigrants? It's not. So put the blame on the right people. And there are a lot of people saying that, oh, these Indians, especially, like that's the word that hurts the most. These Indians. There's 28 states in India. Not every Indian is the same. We have multiple languages, we have multiple different cultures. Not every culture is the same. There's a lot of difference between North India, South India. There's a lot of difference between people in Northeast. It's it's completely a different kind of people. And everybody is like grouped into one, and it's just, oh, you Indians. It's not even like, you call Sri Lankans also Indian, you call Bangladeshis Indian, you call Pakistanis Indian just because our color is brown. I came to Canada, and before coming to Canada, I was pretty westernized. Like, I used to watch a lot of English movies, and I really liked the culture here, and that is the reason why I moved here. I I've embraced Canadian culture. I love the way people live here, and I've always tried to be a part of it. and I still hold my culture a little bit in my heart and in the confines of my home. I'm not taking it out. I'm not I'm not I'm not like telling people to follow my culture, and I'm being pretty blended in. And there are so many people who are doing it. It's just sad. It's very disheartening. Like I used to tell people that Canada is an amazing country. I love living here, and I always said that people need to migrate here. You know, it's a really nice place. But right now, I'm like, please don't. It's not because I've been treated a certain way by anybody, because I think there's always a prejudice when somebody starts speaking to me and then they realize that, oh yeah, she's speaking properly, she knows how things are, then they kind of lay off. But I do see the first few minutes of prejudice here. When I came here in Canada for the first time, I didn't know that I should hold door open for people. In India, there's like a lot of people. We just don't have that. It's not. If I open a door in India for one person, 20 people will walk in. That's such a waste of time. I understand that there's not many people and there's time for us to be cordial and respectful towards other people here, but that was not the case back home. So when somebody new comes over here, it'll take them some time to integrate, right? It's not going to happen in a day or two. I remember when I came here, I used to go into grocery stores and I used to be like, can I have this? I never used to say, good morning, how are you doing? Nothing. I used to say exactly what I wanted, because that's how it was back home. Nobody greeted anybody. Nobody said, oh, namaste. Nothing like that. No, no, that exchange was never there. But I learned it. I go to a grocery store or somewhere. I talk to people. As I said, it takes time for people to understand a new country, a new culture, and the way they're. If somebody is not doing what you think they should be doing, just try to teach them, educate them. Don't be racist towards them. I never used to give eye contact to the person walking past me, like anywhere, like even if I was going on a trek, I used to just mind my own business and I walk. And I know that that's not the Canadian way now, so I give them a head nod, I say hi, I say good morning now. But that's something that I learned. It was not something that was taught to me. That's not something that I followed for 28 years in my life. Something that I learned. Give people the benefit of doubt. People deserve like that. That learning curve is required everywhere, right? If you go to India, you would have such a big culture shock. I came to Canada 2018 and I was like, I had such a hard time at first in the beginning. I didn't know how, I was so scared the whole time. And most of these people, you might think that they are rude, but they are like, honestly, they're like scared, they don't know what to do. Just put the blame on the right places. Just don't take it on people who are like here, new, scared, trying to. It's cold. They haven't experienced this weather. They haven't experienced this culture. They don't know anything about it. They're trying to learn. And it's not like they're not paying taxes. They're paying taxes. They're paying, doing job. They're working 2, 3 jobs. They're contributing to the economy, and they are trying to get. If it's a student, they are trying to get their work permit. They're trying to get the work permit converted to a PR, then that PR to a citizenship. Think about the steps that they have to go through to stay in this country, and it has the government of Canada has made it so difficult for them to get a citizenship right now. And it's a struggle for them. They are going through a lot of mental stress, a lot of pressure. And on top of that, if people here are going to treat them like shit, it's gonna be serious. It's just sad. And as I said, I'm from Kerala. Like, I have never seen anybody like behave badly in public who's from my state. But then it's like these Indians. Another thing that I've noticed is that a lot of people say that, oh, they come to Canada and they don't even speak English. First of all, the thing is that anybody who comes to Canada has to write an exam called IELTS. It's an English proficiency test. And it's not like Indians don't learn English as they grow up. I learned English from my kindergarten days. Everything. But the problem is that we are not like communicating with each other in English every single day, right? We speak our own language, which is not Indian, by the way. It's Hindi, but I don't speak Hindi. That's the Everybody thinks that people from India speaks the same language, but that's not true. I speak Malayalam and I also speak Hindi, but Malayalam is my mother tongue. And there are other people who speak Telugu, Kannada, Marathi. There's a lot of other languages, regional languages that people speak. So it's just they don't practice it much. They don't talk to each other like every single day. So it's hard for them to articulate certain things in English. And I understand you're in Canada, you need to speak English, but not everybody can communicate as well as other people, right? So I think people who come to Canada should try and improve how they speak and communicate with other people. But I think people here also need to like give people like some leeway to like learn the language too, right? So when I came here, I didn't understand sarcasm at all. My husband used to say things and I would be like, why are you so rude? That's what I used to think. I thought he was rude because I did not understand sarcasm at all. Now I know that it is a healthy banter and I say something back to him. But at first, I didn't even get it. I thought he was just being rude to me. So it's just, there's still like a learning curve. I know that I've only been here for like 6 years. There's a lot of things that I need to learn. I know if somebody is going to be racist towards me, I know that I can stand my ground and tell that person and put that person in place. But there are a lot of people don't know how to do it. So if you guys see things happening like that, and if you think that things are like getting way out of hand, I think you should like help other people.